Embiid was absolutely dominant, putting in 43 points, doing it from everywhere. What do you think about Joel last night and ever since Harden's been in town?
He was on his run from Run DMC. He was like, we have a whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight, but I want to let y'all know one thing. This is my house. And when I say whose house, I want y'all to say Joel's house. That's what I saw last night. And by the way, unfortunately for the Bulls, when they go against the top teams in either conference, winless. Winless, literally. And so 0-14, 0-14 are the Bulls versus the top teams in either conference.
The top three teams in each conference.
What I saw last night was James Harden basically saying they have nobody to guard you. You're a front runner for MVP. We're going to keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. And by the way, the thing I liked about Joel Embiid, Jacoby, is not only the attempts, but the free throws, the aggression, the flat-out dominance is what I'm talking about that was on display. And I appreciate watching Joel. I appreciate how Harden is moving the ball and how Maxey, since Harden has gotten there, has really picked up his play. The Philadelphia 76ers are a legitimate contender.
So I've been watching a lot of these Sixers since Harden has got there, and one thing about Harden, which is so good to be alongside Joel Embiid, is he didn't really have it shooting last night. So he says, you know what? I'll just get everybody else involved. I'm gonna end up with 14 assists, you know, because he didn't really shoot the ball that well. But the players around him are good enough, like Maxey and Embiid, that it's just easy money for him to orchestrate like he did when he was with the Rockets.
Well, you get a chance to pace yourself. That's the whole thing. And by the way, as these, top 75 player is James Harden. When these all NBA players, Jacoby, move from one team to another, their role changes. So James Harden went from being the number one alpha, for example, in Houston. Now that's Joel Embiid. So to your point, he can pace himself. He doesn't have to be the guy that's scoring 30 and 35 because, as you just alluded to, when he was that guy, it seemed like he wasn't able to carry it all the way through the playoffs. Now, I don't know if it was fatigue. I don't know if it just, his game doesn't mirror the playoffs, what it has in the regular season, but the stats speak for themselves. But again, these ascending Philadelphia 76ers are really going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
And they have some games coming up that will truly test them, and I would love to see it, and I can't wait to see it in the upcoming week. Jalen, you mentioned Harden pacing himself. And remember, Harden just recently sat out in Miami because of that hamstring that's been bothering him for about a year now. Well, Mr. Rose, after the game, I need you to take us behind the curtain on this one. Here's James Harden after the game. The 76ers tweeted this out, him running up a flight of stairs in a post-game workout. Jalen, what is the motivation for this? Is he doing it for the cameras? If he's really hurt, why is he doing this? Did you ever work out after games? Something tells me the answer is no to the last one.
Well, it's not really for the cameras per se. However, it's okay now. If you're going to be missing practices and you're going to be missing games because you're telling us you have a hamstring injury, this is what we expect you to do to treat it. So that's what that is. So now we'll see how many games he's willing to miss because of his hamstring injury, knowing that he ain't going to be able to go put on his gear after the game and go kick it wherever he want to go kick it, because now he got to run the stairs in the arena, and we're showing the footage of a seasoned veteran doing so. But again, he's reinvesting in his health, reinvesting in himself, reinvesting in his health, and he understands that he's on a contending situation, and this can't be one that he quit on like he did with the Rockets and like he did with the Nets.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.